everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well today. I think it is no secret that I am a huge fan of drugstore makeup because I just prefer to buy a few items that are more affordable for the price of like one high-end product. I do have some high-end products on my wish list, but I just tend to go for a drugstore 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10. So my collection mainly consists of drugstore and K-beauty products because I feel like the price tag is just always pretty reasonable. And today I want to share with you some of my favorite drugstore products that are all under 10 bucks, and I also believe I have 10 products. I could be wrong. I don't have a product in every category. I just wanted to ramble about things that when I think of the drugstore, these are some of the products that I just immediately think of. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I want to start off by mentioning the Catrice Melted Sun Cream Bronzer. If you're looking to try a cream bronzer, because you never tried one before, you want to see how you actually like cream formulas, I think this is a great starting point. I also did enjoy quite a bit the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, but I like this one in terms of the actual pan size more. The putty blushes and bronzers come in a little pot, and it can be a little bit more difficult to put your brush in or your finger, so I like this one from Catrice because it is just a pretty wide, big area. I had the shade 020 Beach Babe. It looks quite dark, but as you can see on my skin, I have it on right now, it doesn't translate like that. It is creamy, it is blendable, and I don't have any issues with this. I don't break out from it, and I have been using this almost every time I use bronzer because it is just so easy. I just take a contour brush like this, I just swirl it in there, and you see me using it in the shots that I did for you, and it is just so foolproof. So if you want to try a cream bronzer but you don't want to spend too much money, this is a great starting point, and just in general, I would highly recommend you check this one out. Speaking of cream products, I also want to mention again these Cheek Flirt face sticks from Catrice. I originally talked a few months ago about this one, the pink one, which was Techno Pink, and it really fast became one of my favorite everyday blushes. It blends very easily. You just have to be careful with especially this color and the peach one that they have because it is pretty intense. I mean, you can see this is a bright pink, so you don't need a lot of this. You should really be careful with this color. But I recently got the shade 030, which is Rock and Rose. As you can see, it's a lot more of a soft shade. You can definitely put this on the face and you don't have to be as careful, and I just love their glowy finish. These are pretty emollient. This is not a matte blush, but this is especially great for those of you who enjoy a very glowy cream blush. It looks natural, it feels natural, blends out easily. You just have to be a bit more careful with this bright shade, but I really enjoy these, and yeah, I really hope they expand their shade range. I like it so much that I had to get a new shade, and I like that it is more toned down. So also, this is not drugstore related, but I love the combination of this very soft rose shade with the Pinkgasm Beauty Light wand from Charlotte Tilbury. Like, I use the Beauty Light wand more as like a highlighter, and I use it very sparingly, but that soft bit of pink sheen that it gives in combination with this looks extra stunning. But it's not drugstore. That thing is like 40 bucks. Hell no. And that's what I mean when I say I can go to the drugstore and buy a full face probably and, you know, hit the $40 mark. That's why I don't buy high-end that often. I just want to mention, I have a lot of Catrice in this video because it is the drugstore brand that is just super accessible to me. I can literally walk into any drugstore and get my hands on Catrice, and it is super affordable, so that is why I have a lot of them. So this next product is also from them, which is the All Over Glow Tint. I used to own this, then I threw it away because I wasn't that much into cream and liquid at the time. I bought it because I thought I would be, but then I kind of switched gears back to powder. And now recently I bought it again. And I have the shade 010 Beaming Diamond. They have 3 shades, one that is more golden, one that is more cool tone pink, and this lightest color. They are, in terms of shades, super comparable to their More Than Glow powder highlighters, which I also adore. I really like it on my cheeks. I have it on right now. I don't know if I really like it on my nose though, because the last time I used this, it dried on my nose, because this dries down. It's a liquid, but it dries down, which can be a pro and a con depending on what you prefer. And I felt like on my nose, it dried in a way where it emphasized my little hairs. It looked weird on the nose tip, but it didn't look weird on the cheek. So yes, just keep that in mind if you tend to apply it on the nose. I have it on my nose right now as well. And so far it looks super pretty. I don't know if it will eventually dry even more, or if I had just a dry patch on my nose. I don't know, but other than that, I really enjoy it on my cheeks. I think it is very glowy and pretty. Almost like with a bronzer, you don't have to spend that much to try formulas like these. See if you can actually work with liquids. I personally prefer cream over liquid. Liquid just goes way further, and I feel like I just always mess up with liquids, and creams I feel like are a lot easier to navigate. However, with a highlighter, I think it's fine. So I've been using this to top off, for instance, these blushes. I also love to use lipstick as blush, I just have to admit. I've been doing that for years, and I still do. And when I do, I also like to apply this on top, and it looks just so fresh and pretty. When it comes to eyeshadows, I also feel like the Drugstore has definitely improved over the years. You know, my preferred palettes are definitely K Beauty palettes. They just cater towards my natural makeup approach. But I have one affordable palette that I really think is so good. They also have different color stories, and the one I have is the Pure Nude eyeshadow palette from Catrice. Again, Catrice. It is a neutral nude palette that can be used for every day, special occasion, it doesn't matter. I gravitate towards this when I want a brownish neutral look without the glitter, without the fuzz. So today I applied this matte color all over my lid, then I went into my crease with this transition shade, then I applied a little bit of this in my inner corner, and I smoked my eyeliner out with this color, and I feel like my eyeliner looks bomb. The formula is powdery to the degree that it makes it easy to blend. Nice and thin, light formula. Pigmentation is not too much nor too little, and I feel like the shimmers especially look so pretty on the eye. Like this all over the eye, it's stunning. So if you're looking for a new addition from the Drugstore in terms of palettes, I would recommend to check these ones from Catrice out. Now, you know, I love a good winged liner, but nothing that is too sharp. I prefer something that is more smoky because I feel like it just looks softer. But I actually bought a pen eyeliner. This one is from the brand Manhattan. It's the Wonder Ink eyeliner. I have it in a shade black. It has one of those very long tips. Still don't use only this for eyeliner because I just take too long, and when I do my eyeliner fully with this, it's just too dark and too intense for me personally. So what I like to do is use my usual liner, and then at the end I just trace like just the outer corner to make it a bit sharper. On days I want to emphasize the liner a bit more, I gravitate towards this. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't crumble, and it was like $4 I believe, so I really enjoy it. And I also use this sometimes to emphasize moles on my face. I think this is especially good for those of you who have runny eyes, because this really does not budge. This next product I have used in pretty much all of my recent makeup videos because it is just a staple for me, and it is the Got To Be Glued for brows and edges. It's so potent, your brows will stay up the entire day. They look fluffy, they look amazing. If you apply too much, they do feel a little hard, but I don't mind because then I know my brows are set in place. You don't have to use a lot for them to stay up, so just be mindful that if you use too much, it can feel a little bit stiff. It smells so good. Not that it really matters how a brow gel smells, but this one smells very good. And I like the brush. There's like one more flat side you can use to really deposit product, and then there's the other side with longer bristles to kind of like brush it out, and you get a heck ton of product in this, and this is like $5 I believe. I also use this for my edges in terms of like when I want to do those cute bangs that go like this. I use this also. It is a little shiny though, so if you like a matte finish for edges, I don't think that this is for you, so keep that in mind. But for the brows, I love it. I mean, I haven't been able to stop ever since I used this again. Now we're almost done. I'm gonna talk quickly about lips. If there's one thing that I have bought the most at the Drugstore, it's probably concealer, but Something else that I've bought so much of throughout the years is lip liner from a specific brand, and it is NYX lip pencils. I have so many. Do I need all of them? No, probably not. You can definitely tell which ones are my favorite, or let's say which ones I've had the longest. I have a bunch of shades, y'all. I have Nude Beige, Peekaboo Neutral, Natural, Coffee, Nude Truffle, Mauve, Pale Pink. I have a lot because I enjoy this formula so much. It's creamy enough, but not too much that it just completely wears off the moment you drink something or move your lips. It is not the most long lasting. It's just a standard good lip liner, and the reason I always go for NYX is because of their shade range. This is their original lip pencil. They have also the suede ones. I've never tried those. Anytime I need a new lip liner, I check the NYX counter. I feel like at this point I have probably half of the ones they own. I have to say my two favorites are obviously the ones that are the shortest. So today I used Nude Beige, which is one of my favorite lip liners. It's such a beautiful neutral brown. And the other one is Peekaboo Neutral, which is a bit more pinky. It's very close to my natural lip shade. NYX lip pencils are definitely one of my staple lip pencils, and they are under $5. You have to check them out. They have so many beautiful shades. And then lastly, one product that I have mentioned also to death, I feel, in the last couple of weeks is the Hydra lip oil from Essence. If you have not tried it, just do. A couple of weeks ago, I actually went out for breakfast with my boyfriend and a very good friend of ours. She forgot lip liner and gloss, or like lip balm, at home. So we quickly went into a drugstore and I told her, you have to try this. It's super hydrating, it feels nourishing, it looks amazing. When she applied it, oh my god. I looked at her lips, I was like, oh my god, it's so good. And she was so happy about it, and that made me extra happy when one of my recommendations makes other people happy. It's an honor. Her lips looked so juicy, so beautiful, and like after an hour or something, she was like, I still kind of feel it on my lips. Oh my god, it lasts so long. And I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. It lasts such a long time. Half of it is gone. It's always with me. Just try it. Let me know how you like it. I hope you do, because this is probably my favorite lip product ever. And another glossy lip product. This I bought when she bought the Essence lip oil. This is a lip gloss that I have been eyeing for a pretty long time, and it is the Lifter gloss in this beautiful peachy color. I have it on right now so you can see it is not as intense as it is in here, and this is in the shade 22 Peach Ring. Color is beautiful. It is perfect for the upcoming spring and summer season. It's great when you want to use color, you want to experiment, but you know that bright shades don't suit you. You prefer something more subtle and soft. That is where a gloss like this really comes in handy. Like the Lifter gloss formula, I actually like this formula without the shimmer more, because the other one I have is Moon, which has shimmer in it, and I think I prefer this kind of like creamy formula a lot more. Really recommend Peach Ring. It's so beautiful. I feel like this will flatter any skin tone because it isn't too pigmented, which is why I can get away with using it, although I would say I'm more of like a neutral to cool undertone. I feel like this still looks good. So it has been my latest obsession when it comes to a soft peach lip. And with all this rambling, we conclude today's video. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. As usual, I would be so happy if you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you hit the like button. That would mean so much because it helps to see what content you guys enjoy. And I just really hope to see you next week with a new video. And until then, please take care. Bye!